global warming. It's real. There's not much to it, guys. To know about global warming, you first have to know what a greenhouse gas is. And a greenhouse gas consists of carbon dioxide, methane, and water vapor. And the Earth, naturally, it produces this. But the big problem with this is the amount of carbon dioxide that we as humans are putting into the atmosphere. And as a result, so this is the sun. It's not to scale, okay? This is the Earth. So the rays of sun come in contact with the Earth and its atmosphere. And in the atmosphere, it has CO2. So CO2 actually absorbs UV light, and it makes the Earth inhabitable. Because if we didn't have any CO2, the Earth would be just a frozen block of ice. So it bounces in here and then it shoots out. And because of that, overconsumption has led to global warming. And it's not a hoax. And it was not created by the Chinese, as some political leaders think. China has actually suffered the most from this due to their population being very high, and it's a very industrialized country. And as you can see, there's a picture of the smog in China. I don't know if you guys have seen, but a lot of the residents of China actually walk around with kind of like surgeon masks, and that's why. And when I say our problem, I mean as the United States, not as a country, because I want to focus strictly on the United States. The United States has 4% of the Earth's population, but we emit a quarter of the carbon emissions that go into the atmosphere. And a big reason for that is the oil companies that are based here in the United States, who are driven by profits. And also, we have political leaders, for example, who don't believe in that. So you guys, global warming isn't gonna take effect tomorrow when we wake up. It's a process that will take a significant amount of time. It may not happen in our lifetime, but it will happen if we continue our trend of consumption by our kids and our grandkids' lifetime. So some of the big effects that will happen because of global warming is mainly sea levels will rise because of the glaciers that are melting in Alaska. This is a chart that maps the emissions growth compared to the United States and the European Union. So as you can see, the US has skyrocketed compared to the European Union, and I for one, I don't see why we cannot take an initiative like Europe when it comes to this. It seems like we are one of the only few nations who are ignorant when it comes to the topic of climate change and global warming. So instead of driving cars like this, eventually we can push towards a society that uses renewable energy and not relies so much on fossil fuels, and eventually drive some hybrids or an electrical powered vehicle.